All right, fam, we are live. Do what you do. What's up, good people? Welcome back to your favorite Guilty Tuesday pleasure with your two favorite queens. But wait, there's more. We got another queen and some more kings and some more things. It's going to be a phenomenal show because today is the Queens and Kings Court. Y'all get ready. Take a moment and share it because you're going to want to share it. You just want to do that. Scenario, say hi to the people.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good to see y'all. Thank you guys for coming in. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys had a great day. This show is going to be something interesting.
It's
something interesting.
Damn. Yeah. Hey, King William. Can you say what's up, everybody?
Hey, Hubin.
Hey,
what up, Big Will?
Hey.
What it is.
So let's roll across the top. I'm going to start from James. James, how you doing today?
I'm good. What you do, sister? How you do?
I'm good. You excited?
I am.
Amen. Tasha, y'all,
Hey.
James is what you know what, James? Why don't you intro? Why don't you do it?
Why don't I do it?
Intro away.
Oh, my queen, my best friend, my better everything. Yeah, that's her. My better everything.
Hey, y'all.
Her name is Tasha. He forgot to say that part.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Welcome, Tasha. Thank you for joining us. How you doing today, baby?
Thank you. I'm doing wonderful.
Amen. Y'all, look who is back. We have King and Reese back in the house. Reese, how are you doing today?
I am fine. How y'all doing out there?
We are doing so good. Y'all don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
Reese was so excited to be here. Reese was ready yesterday.
And on set too, ready to go.
He was on set by himself, but he was ready to go. Thank you for joining us today, Reese.
Thank you for having me.
King, what's up?
What's going on, kings and queens? ¿Qué pasa, señoritas and señors? Glad to be back.
Yeah.
Yes. Looking forward to them topics because I know the queens be bringing them.
Now, topics for you guys today. See, hit them with the intro.
Talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes. Don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind. Feels so nice. We time. You, I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Hey, sweet talk. You need to say less to me. Don't need for no flowers.
Hey!
I see you.
It's a box.
We're going to go ahead and jump into it, y'all. We have so many amazing things to talk about today. Instead of doing QT time, see, are you okay? We just jump on into it. We got a lot of people.
Let's go.
A lot of conversation. So
Yeah.
go ahead and jump into it. The first one we're going to hit today, we did not get to talk about it last week, so we're going to hit it first today. Friends and finances. Is money making your relationships messy? How do you all feel when it comes to letting people that you are in relationship with borrow money? Have you ever had a situation where y'all fell out and behind some money? Talk to us. Let's start with you, Maurice.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it because it will cause so many misunderstandings and feelings between people that you're cool with. You know, I had a few friends that they asked me to borrow money and then pay it back. And I have never received my money back from anybody. So now my motto is, if it's more than $20, go get a loan. You can't get it from me. I'm done. More than $20, get a loan.
Go get a loan.
What you say, Sierra?
Dang. Go get a loan.
Go ahead, Maurice. Finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't do it because I done got burnt so many times where people like, man, I'll pay you back. And me and King, we got a real good friend. Ain't gonna say no names, but they said they needed $200 to pay their light bill and get cut off. I said, okay. I said, here you go. Why we go to the department store and they got their layaway out? I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't Duke Energy. Wait. This won't keep your lights on.
He said his name Duke Energy.
No. So I just learned from there. And like I said, they know they owe you. One guy dodged me for like 3 years. And about 3 months ago, I went to his school. He was outside practicing with his athletes and stuff. And I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? Oh, hey, buddy, what's up? I said, nothing. How you been? Never mentioned money or anything. And I don't like to bring stuff up like that. I didn't mention it to him. I just wanted to see what he was going to say. So he told me, yeah, man, why don't you stop by? You know, I had saved some tickets for you at the gate and everything. And I wanted to ask him, do you even know my name?
Wow.
Yeah, because he looked at me like, man, what you doing here? So my answer to that is no.
Dang.
Get along.
Dang. Sarah.
It's a sticky situation. I'm learning that I have to make very detailed. If I go loan you this, when are you going to be able to pay me back, and by what date? Will you have the full amount? Like very specific instructions. If I don't do that, they tend to see that it was a loan, not a loan, but a gift, and I never get my money back. So I have tried to be very specific in text messages because that's a document nowadays. So you're gonna pay me back by when? Okay, full amount. Okay, thanks. Just want to make sure. And when that time comes, I expect the money to be dropped in my account. Yeah, very specific. It's sad, but it's the truth.
Very, very specific. Hold on one second, Reese. What's up, Queen Kira Pie? Queen
Hey,
Pie.
my sister Shakira, good to see you.
Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? You want to hit this one from your man?
My philosophy is not let anyone borrow more than I can afford to lose. I'd rather it turn into a blessing for others and soon as blessing for me from God.
Oh,
Yeah.
that part. Hey, sis, she says hello. And what's up, Miss Carla? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if y'all see, the topic on the table is friends and finances. Is money messing with your relationships? You finna say something, Maurice?
Yeah, or they give you that last one, like she was saying about the documents, make sure that mouse. But the most famous one is I'll pay you back when I get my taxes.
Look at my face.
Yeah, this January 3rd.
That's just disrespectful. Wait a minute. What day is that?
What day is it?
I did overnight.
What say you?
Yeah.
Tasha, can you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I learned that if we're going to remain friends, it's best not for me to loan you money, but I would rather give you what you need if I can. I learned to not to put myself no longer in a bind for others, depending on when you gonna give it back or when you say you got me back. But nah, we ain't gonna do that. So it's a select few people that I trust and I know that I'm gonna get my money when they said. We don't have any problems, but just anybody else, I'm like, Sierra, can you text me that? Can we get that in right?
Y'all been watching court shows. So, Tasha, I got a question for you. So you said to keep the friendship, you just rather not. Would you actually tell a friend, for us to be able to stay friends and remain friends, is best that I don't loan it to you? Like,
Yeah.
How do you,
I would exactly say it just like that, especially if I'm in a situation to where I really can't afford to give it to you.
okay.
Because if I can't afford to give it to you, but like he said, you trying to pay your light bill. I don't want to see you in the dark, but mine is due in a couple of weeks. And then if you can't give me my money back, we got a problem. And so I'd rather take it to the altar to pray to God bless you, bless you, than take it to the altar to repent. So
Or take it to the
I don't want to
streets.
see you in the dark. Oh, Lynn says, I no longer lend unless we exchange collateral. Drop us down in the comments. What would be an example of collateral that you would accept? My sister straight, she loan company now. Tosh, you want to read that one?
I have been told, don't ever loan something you can't give away. Right. As one individual said, you need to set the guidelines when someone asks you for money up front. Yeah.
Theodore already told y'all, I need proof. I need receipts that will stand up in court.
Yeah.
That part.
What about you?
Well, me and my wife got a motto in this house, and that's this: we don't want to fall out with you, so we're gonna keep our money in our pocket unless we know we can trust you to get it back. Because if you don't pay our money back, we're gonna fall out with you.
All right, y'all. King, I'll come to you next. So what's the limit? Let's start with you, Sierra. What is the I can give you this, and if I don't get it back, we can still be in a relationship together limit? Somebody said $20. I think that was Maurice, but what's the limit?
Mine is 200.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, friend.
I cannot. Maurice.
I'm gonna say Maurice. No, you got for the show. Right.
Yeah.
What about
I need a bar.
Maurice, is $20 your top for real? Is that your max now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Nope.
James?
I'm gonna say 22, and the reason being because some folk don't need help; they just want help.
Oh,
He said what he said, and he dropped the mic. Okay.
Maurice said they was at the mall. They just ain't Duke Electric.
Right.
Okay.
Getting them Jordans today.
Huh?
Say he won't get those Jordans today.
Not with this, no.
No.
All right, King, answer the question. How you feel about it?
Hey, I'm one of them brothers that it's only a certain few people that I do that with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My cousin, as close as he is to me, that's how we, it's like I said, it's only a few. Other than that, yo, I ain't got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my Nancy, my grandma used to tell me, I ain't got it to lend. I'm so, she didn't want to, say, not that she lied, I ain't got it. I ain't got it to lend. I ain't got it to give. So that right there cuts that. But yeah, it's only a certain few that I play that with. Other than that, I can't do nothing for you.
What's the max?
Well, with my cousin, we ain't got a limit. It depends. With anybody else, I give 5 to 10. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just saying, I might do it 20, depending on your situation, but 5 to 10, because usually, hey, all I'm doing is supplying maybe something to eat, a little gas money. Anything past that, you on your own. I don't know how you're going to get it. I'm just
saying. For him to give you 20, you better be having a heart transplant.
Ooh,
and he need papers.
20? You cutting into the skin. 20?
Yeah,
come on now.
You gotta have a heart transplant and you need papers.
Hey, something you got to have. I want to see the whole printout. Where did 20 go to? I Yeah, so I don't play with the money, so yeah. And I seem to keep good relationships, friendships like that.
Yeah.
I seem to keep good friendships like that. I don't have no problems, Once they understand that's how it go, yeah, that's just how it is.
Well, by the time I collect from each one of y'all by the end of the show, I'm gonna have right close to 500. Nisa said, hey, Marion. Marion says, hi, y'all. Marion, she need to learn from us because she giving way too much then. Okay, so the collateral answer, she says, has to be more than what was borrowed and means something to them, word for word. Trust me as I trust you. Ooh. Oh, and those are her terms, that part. Okay. Reese said he's had a relationship where they kind of like quit talking. Anybody else not talking to or fell out with anybody in behind money?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Sharice, welcome, welcome, welcome. All righty. William says, y'all must have that can I borrow face. Been a while since I've been asked. Y'all walking around with that can I borrow some money face? Anybody else got a thought on this before we move on to the next topic? All right, y'all done said what y'all said. And that part. All righty.
So
Yeah.
this, I'm with you, boo. I'm with you. It didn't scroll all the way. So I posed this question to the Kings and Queen Court because we have a mix of men and women on here. And how do you really handle anger? We all get angry sometimes. It happens. Somebody make you mad, piss you off. We just talking about money. That can take you up there, right? But I wanted to talk about how you handle it. Do you have a healthy way of handling your anger or dealing with it? And if you do, share it. And if you don't, maybe we can work on something while we're in here talking about it, because anger is one of those emotions that if not dealt with well, one decision can be detrimental for you. So how do you handle anger? Why do I want to say hanger? I'm hungry. Anger. How do you handle anger? Let's go. James, how do you handle anger?
One of the things I do, because my wife had to get on me.
She's laughing already.
She did.
I don't handle anger well, Sarah, because I work hard at treating people right.
Amen.
I put in work, I put in overtime in treating people right. I grind, I grit to treat people like I want to be treated. So when I'm disrespected, I instantly go from 0 to 50, and she tell you. I don't handle that well because I don't give you that. Why am I reaping something I didn't sow?
Ooh.
So when you bring that to me, I don't like reaping something I didn't sow that. So I don't handle it well, and I'm still praying about that.
Amen. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. Because he go nothing but real quick. Look, if you bug, if you bug, okay. Tasha, how do you handle anger?
Well, it depends on how it come at me. You know, if it's my family, it just depends on how it comes. I've learned to be able over the years to kind of don't give too much energy to it. So I pray if I got the right mind. But if you come after my mama, you come after my husband, I might, shoot off real quick and then pray second. So it just depends on how it come at me. I can deal with you picking with me.
Right.
But when when you just really hurt somebody that I know that, especially just good people all around, if I know you're a naturally good person and you really been good to somebody, it don't even have to, and then that irks me, and that'll make me go, like he said, 0 to 50, like real quick, and then I'd be like, Lord, I need you to bring it down.
I feel you.
Bring it down.
Right mind.
I'm in my right mind. She not in her right mind. You coming her sideways. You don't know what
right.
you're going
Okay.
I got you. Let's go. Maurice, how do you really handle anger?
I'm like Brother James. I don't do anger good because my anxiety kicks in, and then I don't know where I am.
Right.
So I try to stay calm in all situations. I don't like arguing, and my wife would tell me. Matter of fact, she'll tell me. There's not too many times that I have been in a confrontation unless, like James said, my family, anything like that. Other than that, I'm even kill. I don't like getting into arguments. Don't like looking for arguments. If I see something jumping off, it's time to turn around and go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Like something happened. Hey, we running. I ask you later why we all running. So, but nah, I'm real easygoing. Anger, I don't know how to handle. I'm to tell the truth, I don't know how to handle anger. I never. I don't think I ever been that mad.
Angry.
Yeah, that. Oh, yes, I have. It was
Okay.
on one time, and that anger got me kicked out the band. I got suspended from school and some other stuff. And I told one of the band directors that I'll do certain things for him. And I tried to jump out the car, and my cousin Joy put the seatbelt around my neck to choke me because I was going out the window to get him. And they had to pull me back in. I started hyperventilating, and it scared me. Because I'm like, if I would have got out this window, I don't know. And it scared me that bad.
Gotcha.
And that was back in high school. So, and the other time, me and King was together with some of our other cousins. And this guy told our cousin Joy that was pregnant, "You not sitting here." He left pretty quick.
Ooh.
So, yeah, but like I said, other than that, don't like arguing.
Right.
And just I don't do that good.
You try to avoid it at all costs after your
At
first
all
experience.
costs.
Yeah.
I see. You just avoid it as much as you can.
I ain't running now. Yeah, I'm not running.
But if you had your choice,
yeah.
You know what? I see that's going to be a problem. I'm going to go ahead and walk the other way because I don't want to.
Yeah. We don't turn around because I already see this is not going to end out good. End up good. I don't know how it's going to end up. It's not going to end up good though. So I'm just going to turn around and walk this way. Oh, I'm a punk. Okay, I'll be a punk.
I'll be a punk today.
Myself right on over here.
Gotcha.
Say I'll be a punk. Nice ain't got to be in prison tomorrow.
Hello.
Before you move on, see if y'all did share. I'm talking to y'all on stage. If y'all did share to your pages, please check and see if we missing any comments. Because I don't see any unfamiliar ones coming to this page. While you're doing that, let me hit these real quick. Aunt Teresa said, "What's up, everybody?" She says, "Hello. I learned to not be quick to speak. Let me settle my thoughts. I'll walk away before I speak or do something I have to pray about later." Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Y'all can hear me? That's crazy. And I'm on Do Not Disturb. That's crazy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, you can't? Or yes, you can?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Next. There is 8 billion people on this earth. I'll be good with the next one. That part. He ain't finna go to jail for y'all. I usually get find something else to talk about. Eventually I'll leave the situation. Yeah, my sister do get quiet. But don't play with that though. Let that quiet be your warning. It takes a lot to get me angry. So when I do, I feel like I'm giving enough chances, or I've given enough chances, and I cut them off for my own peace of mind. And Marion says, "I try to figure out where the communication of expectation went wrong." Come on, when they go low, we go high.
She elevates.
That part. So were there any comments that we missed, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. See, go ahead.
All right, Nikki, you go ahead. How do you really handle anger?
Ooh. It depends on what the situation is. Like if it's a justifiable anger, like I don't like how you're treating somebody, I'm jumping all in that. I'm stepping in. I'm making sure that they get done right. If it's something that you're doing to me, I like to go and process first. Let me be quiet. Let me sit and pray, and let me think this thing through, because my tongue and my mouth can be deadly, and I don't want to be repenting over some stuff that I said to hurt somebody. Because I could if I want to. Sometimes it take a good cry, because like when the Lord tell you it don't matter what they did, you can't say nothing, you can't do nothing. I gotta go cry that off, because that be, that be bruising the ego a little bit. I can't say nothing. And then he remind me what he forgive me for, and then I gotta shut up.
Right.
So but if I'm gonna be honest, it's been some time or two when these hands start clapping, that's it. When my hands clap, that's it. That's it. I done thought about it. I done prayed, or I didn't pray. I don't know. I done bypassed the prayer. If I get to clapping, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Has anybody's anger before we do King? Has anybody's anger gotten so bad where it became physical as an adult?
It be the clap, Sharice. Yeah. It be the clout. I'm telling y'all, it's that clout.
Once it comes, it's a done deal.
That clout. Yeah, it has. See, it. Mm-hmm.
So you've had to be physical as an adult because your anger gets to the. You didn't have physical.
Let me say this. This person was trying their best to cause me bodily harm.
Gotcha.
I clapped one time, and I can't tell you everything that happened because somewhere I blanked, but I do know they were in my face with their neck in my hand.
Gotcha.
I don't take the physical threats. You can threat me with your mouth all day.
All day.
But once you get like, if you touching my breast, you way too close.
Very much so.
Your hands on me, you way too close.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very much so. Sheesh, King. What say you? How do you really handle anger?
Honestly, I'm like, I don't really get into no kind of entanglements when it comes to anger. I've had some situations back in the day where, I had to let it go, the slaps in the face and, stuff like that. And, I had to just let it go, but one of my biggest things how I deal with anger is crazy. I like movies, right? So I'll start quoting some movie lines. I'll put myself into that movie that almost happened the same way. So it's like,
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you, the time I got slapped, it was like, I remember the part from the movie from what was that movie that I liked that I seen that in? Oh, King of New York. Remember when they spit in his face and he wiped it off and licked it to my give me some. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I just get to kind of let me embrace this because you don't want to see that dude. You do not want to see that dude. So I come with the movies and I just make it fun to me that just happened. What just happened. Yeah. So the anger, I never had to really show it because I transform it. And I don't get angry like that. Like Riggs, I'm like, I'll exclude me out of the situation. I'll take me out because I don't go into any things like that. Even back when I was in the military, some situations took myself out of it. If we got into some stuff, I handled it. But the anger, yeah, I never let myself get that angry, Even when I was in the prison system, in a correction officer, you just had to, okay, bro. And I always did that. I ain't got the pen yet.
Because he will put cases on all y'all and burn us down.
I said, I'm still in training. But when I get out, I said, y'all will all be playing basketball lockdown 23 hours.
In Pelican Bay.
So, yeah, I handle it pretty good.
Start talking like the Godfather when you get mad.
Hey, so you understand, right? You do understand. Whether it goes this way or that way, you do understand what can happen.
What's up, Artesia? She's the building, y'all. She say she done popped off.
Ooh, okay.
Oh gosh, she real crazy.
Okay. Oh, she for sure. She for sure. She for sure.
For real.
No joke. When you start popping off, yeah. That's anger. When you had to pull it out and shoot it. Yeah.
So Lynn said she's been an adult since this has happened, but it's 25, 30 years ago. Cherie says never physical in my adult years. It was 2003 and the consequences have been a thorn in my side. The act did not fit my personality. Yeah, some people, that's how I felt when I grabbed that person in their throat. But again, you was trying to hurt me. But you do feel bad after that. You do feel bad after that. Did James get a chance to answer?
Yeah.
He was the first.
Okay,
person.
Well, see, what's your answer?
My answer is I used to handle anger very badly. I was the knuck and buck person. 0 to 100, not 0 to 50. And over the years, I have learned how to handle anger a little bit better. Let me not say a little bit, give myself more credit. I handle it way better. I think before I speak, I think someone said it, I consider what the other person's saying to me and probably why they're saying it to get a better understanding. So I don't escalate to that point. I might get 25, but I feel right back down once I have a better understanding of why you coming at me this way. another thing when James was saying, I don't understand when people, I've been nothing but good to you. That was always kind of my thing. I've been good to you. Why do you afflict me? Why do you have a reason to talk bad about me?
Right.
Why do you treat me this way? I've been good to you. But it's taught me over the years that we serve a Most High God, and Jesus had all of it. Jesus was perfect, and he went through pain and he went through hell for us to be free. And so when I get to the point where I feel like I'm being so condemned, judged, afflicted, I think about him and what he's done for me, and it helps me like sizzle back down. Like, are you higher than the Lord? No, you're not higher than the Lord. So come on back down to earth, little earthling. Come on back down. A good cry, yeah. A good cry helped me let go of my anger. Sometimes also journaling about why I feel the way I feel. When I've been nothing but good to a person or to a situation. And when I feel like I've been done wrong, I journal sometime to really understand why am I so angry. So I have daddy issues, or had daddy issues, I should say. And that's a lot where my anger has come from, by being forgotten, not being appreciated, not being seen, feeling safe or secure. And so now I can say, okay, why is this anger in me, and question that and try to figure out how can I have a healthy relationship with that person, or do I need to just cut them off because it's unhealthy for me? So yeah, that's how I handle anger in so many different forms of fashion. But thank y'all for this wonderful, wonderful dialogue.
I got a question.
Yeah.
QT fam, and to all y'all on the stage, because all y'all are married, except for me. It's okay. I'm gonna start with you, Sierra.
Yeah.
How do you handle anger with your against your spouse? I'm waiting to hear him laughing in the background, but go ahead.
He died. Because I've gotten better. I used to be really bad. From my point of view, because it was never this type of thing, but it was the boiling up, like the holding things in, and then it'll just boil up, and we haven't had conversations about like what has led me up to this boiling point. And then I boil up, and then it's just either I'm loud, I'm screaming, or I'm like, I just need to be by myself, and I just take a drive, because I've learned that coming from sideways to an argument is not healthy. It just makes the situation worse. So I've learned how to, you know what, give me some time, because we can't have this conversation. The way you thinking is not how I'm thinking. And if I say the wrong thing, it's not going to be good for our relationship. So I've learned how to pivot versus attack, because I feel I'm being attacked, if that makes sense.
I love that. I do. It makes a lot of sense. King, what about you? How do you handle anger toward your wife?
I never really have no anger. We get into some, we have some disputes or some disagreements, but I can't turn up to a level of anger. I'm not angry. I don't get angry. I guess coming from my background, my mom, my dad was never those people, so I never seen it. So it's just if any time I had to address it, it was in my life, because of my women's situation. So that's the only time they was always angry at me. So I was always a person like, hey, can we talk about this? Let's talk.
Get that alone.
I didn't know she was coming over. Let's talk about this.
We don't stop right there.
But like I said, with the wife, it's mostly just sitting, just really just trying to have a conversation. I might raise my voice a little bit, and then I catch myself. But as far as anger, I don't get angry. If I'm gonna get mad, like you said, I'm the kind of person, go to the side, put the headset on, it's a wrap. I get my music on, I'm good. Come bring me down, and then we got rooms we can go into. So I can take myself out there and go in my room and put my music on and come back with a whole different attitude and start the conversation back. But I think I handle anger pretty good. Okay. Overall, I think I handle pretty good.
James?
I just address her right then and there, so it won't linger, so I won't go to bed mad, so I won't hold no grudge. And a lot of times I've done it in the most inopportune times, when she really was minding her own business and watching TV. I'll talk about myself, and she's doing something, and when something pissed me, I go and talk about it right then and there. And sometimes she didn't understand me. That's because I didn't want to go to bed mad.
Mm,
I didn't want to lay down angry with my wife because she's my best friend. So I'd
mm-hmm.
rather address it while it's on me so she can respond so we can move on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Reese.
Well, after the camera incident, we handle stuff well now because I blanked out. I don't really even remember what happened after that.
You say after the camera incident?
Yeah, I take pictures. You know, I take pictures, videotape.
Right. Right.
She wanted to be funny one day and hide them in the garage. And I'm looking for my cameras. And I'm like, I know they're here somewhere, so I'm not even going to trip because I know I bought them in the house because I keep them right beside my bed when I go to sleep. So I'm looking for them. A day go by, another day goes by. I walk in the garage, and they're behind my toolbox. Like I say, I don't remember what happened. After that, I blanked. but we're better now. Yeah, we don't argue. I if I get like that, I think the last time I did, I had to go take a shower and I cried in the shower because I'm like,
Okay.
I can't do that no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whatever it was, I don't think I didn't touch it. I don't think I touched it, but she said it scared her.
Yeah.
And I think with that, like I said, I don't remember too many times I get mad. But like I said, I don't bother nobody.
Right.
But don't do something to something that I love, like my camera equipment.
Yeah.
I work hard for that. In the garage behind something that I'm looking for it, and you not saying, well, I just put it away to get it out of the way. It sleeps next to my bed. So that situation was one of those like, why would you do that? Because you pushing buttons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You did that out of spite because you know how much that means to me.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't even. Matter of fact, I threw the button out. We don't push buttons no more. We don't do all that other stuff. So it's good now.
I love that. I threw the button out. Tasha.
Well, praise God for growth. Um, because I know that I was a firecracker at one point, but I just thank God for growth. I am a little bit more better. I'm a lot more better than what I used to be. Um, so very seldom we may have disagreements, I would say, and we talk about those things. And like you said, we don't go to bed angry. We go ahead and get it out. If he's done something to offend me, we address it. You know, it may get conversation may get a little heat, but I'm not gonna say just angry. Now I have had an angry moment, but I was emotional. There was a lot of things, that brought that about. And when I came down from that space, I realized, I was wrong in how I delivered it, and also showed him where he was wrong in how he pushed me there, and so we was able to talk about that thing together, but not to we try to go ahead and bring it on the table and not try to just let it blow out of proportion, because back in the day, you would hold on to things, so much, and you just, like I think that was Sierra saying, you let that thing just fester, and all of a sudden it's like, but
Right.
it turned into something totally different than wait a minute, what are we even arguing for? Because that happened 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love how all of y'all in your marriages, Maurice talked about it, Sarah talked about it, you two gentlemen talked about it too, how you were one way before, but you learned from those experiences. It took one good one for Maurice to say, okay, I can't do that no more. And you know what? I'm just gonna throw the button away. I'm never gonna allow it to happen. So I'm just gonna take away the cracked enemy would try to use. And Sarah said over time she got better in her communication style. So I love how y'all grew to know that versus how we can get into that. This is just how I am. I was like this when you married me mentality, which threw a marriage up. So I love everybody's answers on that. So thank y'all for indulging me with that. Hold on one second, Reese. Hartesia said now she just prays and cries. God is so good. So she's grown from hers too. See?
My evil side found out I get more pleasure in not losing my temper and the other person getting mad that I am not mad. Mm-hmm.
Come on, he said his evil side.
Sierra is the only person that can take me there out of love. If I get at that level, she knows it is serious. Very much so.
That part. Hey, big brother. He says shalom, everybody.
Hello.
All righty. That was a fabulous conversation. We're going to keep it going. Kings in the comments, QT fam, and kings on this stage. I have this real serious question. I'm going to ask you guys for your complete and total honesty. What keeps men from opening up emotionally? And I know you've been thinking about it since I sent you guys the questions the other day, but really just like go into your heart and be honest, because what I would like to do is for us to be able to bridge a gap today, that there'll be understanding from you all to the women and from the queens to really just intake what you all are saying, because I know your answers may be a bit different, but I think in some areas it's probably going to be exactly alike. And let's also like diffuse some of these stereotypes that are out there. Yeah, it's a lot of, especially with Black men, it's a lot of really bad stereotypes when it comes to y'all and emotions. But this is your opportunity to talk to us and just be real and super honest. Why, what keeps you all from opening up emotionally? Let's start with you, James.
One of the issues I've learned as a man is our emotional side ain't really taken serious.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not really regarded. We're either categorized as feminine, or we categorized as overreacting, or we being extra or anal. I'm talking about as a man.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when we feel like we're not going to be taken serious emotionally, men are shut down. We ain't the begging type. If we see that our approach toward you with being vulnerable is going to be a hand thrown up in it, a man will shut down because we also have ego. So not only is it not taken serious, most men are categorized as you feminine. You know, what you doing having the emotional side? What you doing crying? What you doing coming to me talking about you had a bad day at work? You know, yeah, that's what the women's supposed to do. A man's supposed to be able to handle that. So it makes most men shut down. And another thing I want to add to that, and I'm not going to talk all day. A lot of
And
men
the
are, a lot of, I speak for me. People check in with me so I can check on them. I hope you caught that. A lot of time people check in with you so you can check on them.
Yep.
Did you catch that? I'm gonna say it one more time. A lot of time people check in with you so you can check on them.
Yeah.
Translate that, Jane. They want to know what you're doing, not how you doing.
Oh, that part. Wow. I want to.
You better preach. You better come on and preach and let it be known and say.
I want to ask the women on stage and the women in the comments to get questions ready that you would like to ask them. I don't think this is a time for women to chime in on why we think y'all don't open up, because we tend to do that. We tend to hear what y'all saying and come back and say, well, I think that's not what we're going to do today. We want to hear from y'all. So ladies, get your thoughts and your questions ready. Was there anything else that you wanted to say, James? If not right now, I'm going to circle back.
No, let some of these other gentlemen speak. I'll come back around to me.
Got you. King.
I mean, part of it, like a lot what James was saying. Definitely, I can definitely attest to that. And two, women got a habit of taking brothers for granted on certain situations. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest things. Like James said, you expect the brother to be this, that. you know, and then when he, like you said, have a bad day, come home and talk about it, or he just want to express his feelings about something, she like, what? Are you serious, dude? You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Or use his emotions against him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of things that I'm like, yo, are you serious right now? Brother, you know, when I'm sitting here trying to be, as y'all want to see, well, just let us know. Tell us how you feel, baby.
Right.
You know, I'm here for you. But
Right.
then you look at, you know, on another level, you're like, man, this brother was sitting here. You know, you talk to your girl, sound like, oh, the brother just flat out, this was a baby. And you know, so that's why brother's like, okay, that'll be the last time you hear anything from me. So
Right.
don't you come up with this, you know, baby, we're gonna talk. Okay, we can talk. And when I got that quick one word type stuff, nah,
Yeah.
because when I tried to do the whole here I go, you know, we playing chess and I'm putting on my cards and I'm putting them on the table, I'm letting you know, and you sit there and look at me like, what?
Mhm.
You big masculine and it's
Right.
you know what? Thank you, ma'am. I do appreciate you. Don't even worry about it no more. It's all good. It's all good. Don't sweat it. No, but no, please, by all means, don't
Right.
sweat it. It's gonna be. Hey, I know what to do now.
That's
I know what to do. Hey,
that's right.
ooh,
Yes,
don't
sir.
even sweat it, baby.
That's right.
So that's been the thing. But now I can honestly say, being in the marriage as long as I have now, it's acceptable. She embraces that. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. With women still at that place where they don't know how to understand a man's emotions.
Right.
You know, they really don't. I mean, they thinking that, okay, well, he's a man, he's this and that. But sometimes you push his emotions because you want to see how you're gonna react. But you never sit down and talk to him about his emotions, how he feel. You know, like me, I'm ex-military, ex-corrections. I got PTSD. I got active. You know what I'm saying? I got anxiety, depression. So what do you know about that part of my life? So
Right.
when it's time to sit down and have that conversation, and I'm telling you that I was 18 years old and I'm looking under my car for bombs when I was in Germany, how you think that affects me overall?
That's right.
Have you had that, say you sat down and tried to sit down and talk to me about that?
Right.
So it's just depending with the situation. But I do feel like overall women take men for granted when it comes to them opening up their emotions and letting them, see it.
Women take men for granted. Wow. All righty, Reese, it's on you.
Well, as for me, both of the guys here, I agree. And one thing I would say, women, sweat the small stuff because it doesn't have to be 12 roses. Let me give you one and it's appreciative. It don't have to be a Michael Kors or Liz, whatever the other lady name is. But yeah, her. If I'm thinking of you and I bring something to you,
Right.
don't ask me what you done now. Huh? I was thinking about you. That's what I was doing.
Right. That's
Mm.
right.
So sweat the small stuff
Right.
because it's not always going to be something big that I can't give to you. So it don't feel like it's not appreciative. It's like they always say, it's the thought that counts.
It is.
And I think nowadays people done got so caught up in fashion and different things like that that those little small the small things doesn't matter anymore. I remember, you see the little shows where the little boy come out with a little flower in his hand, and that was special. But now it's not like a whole room of roses. You're not doing anything.
Mm.
Yeah.
And especially in conversation when we're talking, can I have your whole attention and not, yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, you're
Mm.
right. I know. Give me the conversation I'm giving to you.
Right.
Mm. Mm.
Pay attention to me because what I'm saying, you may not feel it's important, but this is what I'm trying to get across to you.
That's right.
Because that one word you miss is going to be that important word that's going to probably make or break me.
Right.
Mm.
So
Mm.
listen to what a man is saying, and if he tear up or cry, appreciate that.
That's right.
Yeah.
because he's giving you everything that he has right now, and it's coming from the heart. And my cousin tell you, I'm very emotional.
Yeah.
For me to talk to, even at home when we in family situations or reunions or whatever, my sister, she had joked me. She's like, "All right, we're gonna get the waterhead up here," because I'm very emotional about the people I love.
Right.
So it's small things that I appreciate the most. So when you shut those things down, that make a man not want to open up to you anymore, and you wonder, well, what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
You, what's wrong with me?
Right.
Mm.
So
Mm.
that's all I have.
And just to add on to that right quick, enjoy that 2 for 20. That's all I'm saying. Enjoy the 2 for 20. I had to get to you.
King,
Enjoy the 2 for 20. That's all I'm
I'm,
saying. I'm gonna
I'm
leave it
not.
alone. Enjoy the 2 for 20. That's all I'm
I,
saying. Because that's all
I'm,
the brother got to give. He's showing love, and that's what he got to give. He
I'm
loves
not
you, and that's
doing
what he got to give. A two for
King,
20
read
tonight.
this one. King, this
Just enjoy it. That's all. Just enjoy it.
read
Thank
this
you.
King.
Wait for me. I know I am put in a box. Just happened yesterday. What's mad over a situation at work was mad over a situation at work. So felt away for a minute. A staff member walked in and assumed I was busy, not emotional at the moment.
Ooh,
Oh.
one of y'all address that. King to King, one of y'all address King William. Have you been there? You know what that feels like? I'll put it back up just in case.
I
Keep
can
talking.
relate to that. I can relate to that. You know,
Yeah.
that does
Oh, yeah.
happen. That does happen.
It happened.
You know,
Yeah.
you can be, in your own space going through something, dealing with something for a minute, and somebody takes the wrong reaction to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just happening. Just give me a
Mm-hmm.
moment. Because like I said, we have those times. I mean, we ain't known for it because people don't look at women or other people don't see it that way. But brothers, and that's why, especially that's why so many brothers suicide. You know what I'm saying? No outlet to really be able to say
No
what they need
outlet.
to
That's
say.
it. That's
No
it.
outlet. Not to say, when you thinking you got a wife, you got a fiance, somebody
Uh-uh.
that's that close enough that, hey, that I need, I want to say this to you, and for you just to listen, for you just to listen. That's all. If I'm a vent to somebody, you gonna be that person. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a vent, you gonna be that person. And as long as you listen to me and hear me, then we can go from the understanding me. We can have that conversation. You can really understand how I feel. But just to listen to me say it, and I can feel good about saying it to you, because it's a lot of stuff, that you don't talk to your woman about because you don't know how she's gonna take it and how she's gonna react to it. And she react the wrong way, she ain't gonna hear nothing. She ain't gonna never know.
Mm.
She ain't gonna never know it. So
Yeah. James, you seem like you want to say something.
I'm listening. I'm listening right now. I'll give mine at the end when he goes.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You can go ahead, bro.
I was just thinking about what King was saying, and I remember back home, I was sharing with family members that I was dealing with depression, and the room was quiet. And my wife know this. Her sister, my sister-in-law, I give her credit to this day. She's kind of a quiet, sheltered person that's like an introvert. She immediately looked up at me with concern as I've been depressed. She said, "Why?" She said, "Let's find a day and vent to each other." Then Natasha.
Yep.
And she actually created the space for us to sit down as brother and sister for
Mhm.
her to vent to me. And she actually took in consideration what I was depressed about, and it helped me get my healing. The person I least expected, you have to know her. She's really sheltered into herself. And when I said, I've been depressed, she looked up with genuine concern, and it immediately touched her. So sometimes, as both of the gentlemen said, don't overlook the small. That one word, depression, overlooking it could have made it sound like I was just whining.
Mm.
That one word, overlooking that one word I said, depression, could have sounded like I was just talking and whining and being a child. But she caught it, and she put herself in position to help me do something about it.
Mm. Wow. Reese, I want you to read this one and tell me, can you relate to that?
When you are asked how are you doing and actually speak from the heart and you receive the I really didn't care face, you give up, especially from people I listen to with undivided attention.
That part. That part.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I gotta. So everything's okay. I'm gonna reposition everybody again because we all got knocked off. I need the audience to tell me, can they still hear and see us though?
Okay.
Somebody chime in, please.
But Nick.
Hold on, King, because I want them to
Okay.
hear it. If you're finna say something, we
Okay.
literally all just got knocked off. So I just want to make sure they could hear and nobody's
Gotcha.
responding.
Okay.
Okay. William said that they can. Go ahead, King.
Okay. Well, y'all, I just wanted to let y'all know I love all y'all. I appreciate y'all. But as Nick knows and Reese knows, I have what we call date night
I
on
know.
certain nights of the weekend. Usually it's
Thank
Wednesday,
you.
but they moved it to Tuesday. So because of the show that we watching and we do it religiously. So I told my wife I'd give it the hour. That, you know what I'm saying? So get ready to go back in here and get ready to do my thing, my date night thing. But I appreciate all y'all. Definitely gonna listen to the rest of the show. Y'all enjoy. Hey, nice meeting you, James, and your wife.
Nice meeting you,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Good to meet you, man.
Definitely,
God bless you.
definitely. Same here. Love y'all. Y'all, hey, give them people what they want to hear. Let them know, because I can tell y'all got good stuff to talk about. But hey, God bless y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a good rest of the
All
night.
right. God bless you,
Thank you,
bro.
You
Be
King.
too.
safe.
God bless
Thank
you.
you,
All right,
King.
all right.
All righty. I've learned quickly not everyone has the capacity to listen. That
That
part.
part.
You
That
were
part.
gonna respond to what you were read that William said when we got knocked off, Maurice. I'm sorry.
Okay, put it up again. It says, "Will you tell somebody mostly when you ask how you're doing and speak from the heart, and you receive the I really don't care face, you give up is especially from people I listen to with individuals." Yeah, because when like you said that one word, and when you being emotional and you really need that person right there, that you have to get that out. And they're like, hey, man, whatever. You don't know the space I'm in or the headspace I'm in
That's
right
right.
now, that I'm pouring out to a stranger, that I need somebody right now to say something. It'll
Mm.
be okay, or, I understand what you're going through. Something to give, because I'm looking for that encouraging word, because when I leave out this building, you don't know what I'm thinking.
That's right.
Mm. Mm.
So for somebody to brush it off, that can have bad results.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. William, in the comments, did that help? Like, did you feel like your brothers was feeling you? I was hoping some other men would chime in from the QT fam down in the chat, but please feel free to do so. Ladies, Tasha and C, what say y'all off of what you've heard the men say?
I thank you guys for your honesty. This question, it you guys saw what my husband said, and this is a struggle for him daily with coworkers, with friends, with the family. And so I thank you guys for pouring into him. Um, I I do understand that from my experience, Black men are the men that are not heard,
Right.
not seen, and not covered.
That's right.
And it breaks my heart because I love my kings, amen. And so I was even caught off guard when I realized that I wasn't giving William my undivided attention. If I said something, he heard everything I would say, but I would be doing work, I'll be on the phone, I'll be doing X, Y, and Z. And he was like, half the time you don't be hearing what I be saying. And I felt so bad. I felt so convicted because I give everybody else my undivided attention, but the person that I love the most, I wasn't giving him his attention. And so about 7 years ago, we went through was it 7 or 8 years? I think 7 or 8 years ago, we went to a marriage conference, and we had to do this face-to-face like dialogue where we could not look anywhere else but at each other. And it made me realize how much I wasn't giving him this. I wasn't giving him undivided, no distraction. And I just bawled like a baby because I felt so heartbroken that I wasn't giving him his attention that he was due. And so what I've learned, and the question I have for you all is, and I hate to ask this question, is there a way to say, I've had this conversation with William too, is there a way to say, if you're going to say something, like you're not just talking about football out the blue, you're actually saying something. Is there preliminary words you guys use in your marriage or with your friends or with your family when it's something serious that, hey, I need to have a conversation? Is there anything you do to make sure you're being heard and they hear what you're saying?
Well, for me, there's not, like when you say family and friends, there's only a few people that I could go to and like, hey, I need to talk to you for real. And those people already understand what's going on. So because there's some people who have called me, hey bro, I ain't heard from you in a few days. What's going on with you? And I said, well, man, let me just holler at you for a second. I mean, guys understand that. Let me holler at you. But my wife, I said, babe, we need to talk. Like, what's wrong? Mm-hmm. And I don't have no problem talking to her because it's open communication.
Right.
And sometimes she can see stuff on my face because I'm outgoing, but she see me quiet and I'm just sitting there watching TV. She like, babe, what's wrong? And for a man, I think he has to say, let's not talk about it right now if he's not ready to talk about it, to figure out how to come to you with it. Mm-hmm. Don't say, oh, I ain't nothing wrong, I'm good. Because he know he's not good. Right. But if that's the person that you talk to and confide in, you have to be able to be confident in that person but for you to know that there's no judgment there. Right. She's genuinely concerned about how are you feeling. So when she like, no, baby, let's talk. And when she puts down everything, the phone, and push stuff aside, no, let's talk. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he said, I don't want to talk right now. Okay, well, I'll sit here till you're ready. Mm-hmm. Because I had to do that with her. Okay, you're not ready to talk yet? Okay, I'll be right here when you get ready to talk. If it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning,
I'm right here.
If I'm not, if I'm doing this, just say, hey, I'm ready. But don't shut that. Well, you ain't want to talk now? Fine. No.
Right.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
Want to win, like I think James said it. Some people want to when they want it, not when you're ready.
Ready.
Oh, don't do that. You know I don't like that. You tell me you got to tell me something, and you tell me I'll tell you later. Okay, let's work on this later, but until you get to right now.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
QT fam, can you guys put a crown in the comments if y'all can still hear us, because we got knocked out again while you were talking, Reese. I'm gonna believe that they heard everything that you said because it's showing me that it's rolling, but I just want to make sure.
Okay. So you want me to say that again?
No. They heard everything. They heard everything. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much, William. Thank you.
James, do you give any preliminaries when you're talking to, say not your wife, say it's somebody else and that you really want to talk to? Do you give them like how do you have a conversation with you? Do you give them or you just go and just start talking?
With me, Sierra, and I think that's a good question, my sister. With me, when I went through depression last year, 3 months, one key slogan I gave, as this gentleman said, I was saying, I'm not okay. And out of all the people I said that to, only 3 people caught it. 4, my wife, her sister, a brother of mine and a sister of mine. I said it to numerous of people.
Mm,
Only 4 people caught it. The
okay.
rest of them was waiting on us to start table talk back so they can get what God was giving them through me.
Right.
They was concerned with how we was being a blessing to them.
To them
And now
receiving.
we ain't on Monday nights no more, how they're not getting their blessing anymore. They
Gotcha.
weren't concerned about the blessing I was missing because I was psychologically checked out.
Gotcha.
So that word you look, the word I can't, I'm not okay. 4 people caught. They're like, wait a minute, you're not okay.
What that
So
mean?
for 3 months, and Tasha know that I got a God sister. I'm not gonna call her name because she may be on here, and she's not an attention seeker. She's a private person. She ministered to me, Sierra, for 3 straight months. Did it, Tasha? Every Saturday.
Wow.
A person that does not minister. She ministered to me every Saturday with
Wow.
my wife's permission for 3 months
Wow.
until I got my healing. Now
Wow.
the rest of the people thought, well, he just down because he ain't got no job, and I'll wait on him to get back his spirit. They was concerned about how I was there for them. They didn't take time to be the listening ear I needed them to be for me.
Yeah.
As a result, my circle has gotten smaller because that's when I recognized I was dealing with people who are more sponges than water pitchers.
James. James.
They more fun than what, James?
They are more sponges. They absorb. They don't pour.
Jesus. I think y'all already. The other question I had was, how can we listen better? But I think you guys expressed and showed that put things away, give you full and undivided attention,
Yes.
And ask you questions to get more of what you're trying
That's
to say.
right.
I think also sometimes it's hard for men, especially Black men, because you're not given the opportunity to be heard, right?
That's
So
right.
sometimes you might not have the language to express how you're feeling.
Mhm.
I've learned that talking to men in general,
Mhm.
especially Black men, that's not my husband, but also my husband, asking more questions gives more information to what they're actually feeling. They might not have the words, they might not have the correct phrases, but what are you trying to say? Well, what does this really mean? Well, how does
Right.
this make you feel? Well, did you
Right.
feel this way last week? Did you feel this way a month ago? Like asking more thought-provoking questions allow men to express more fully of how they truly feel, because sometimes they might not have the words to say how they truly feel. And so I find it so important for us to lean in versus leaning away and just being a reservoir versus being a river where you can serve more people, and have those dialogues, those conversations to
That's
help.
right.
Because the more emotionally stable you all are, the better our world can be. To be honest, you guys are the head, the kings, amen. And so the better you guys feel supported and loved and seen and secure, and you're able to be the man God called you to be. And so I just I tell any woman who's listening to me, listen with intention. Don't listen to haphazard listen. They have something to say. It might be about football, but listen about something else. Because when the time give time, you gonna know what to get them. So listen. Okay, I'm done.
Tasha?
Yes. Sierra kind of hit some of the questions I was already thinking as well. And they have most definitely has already answered. But to when what I'm finding is when now that I watch my husband, I watch his actions, I watch how he, just what he's doing. I watch his interaction. He always asks me if I ask or say something to him, he's, why are you watching me? I'm like, well, I just can't help it. Some of it is not that I'm just checking you like that, but I'm also checking your demeanor. I'm checking your balance. I'm checking. So a lot of times when he creates a lot of space for me to come down and wind down, and I may sit in the living room or whatever and just take that wind down time for myself. But I also have gotten to the point now I'm coming where he is. I may not say nothing, but I'm creating a space and I'm showing that I'm not busy. If he needs to talk to me, he can talk to me because I'm right here and I'm not doing anything right now. And so I can kind of tell when he's, and eventually he may not say nothing. It just may be little things come out, And then eventually we start having a conversation, and both of us, you have to listen, especially when my husband is not necessarily a dreamer, but he's been dreaming a whole lot. And so you have to listen at what they're saying, because if you don't, you're gonna miss out. And what I find, especially with spiritual men, keywords are their go-to. What they're saying, they drop nuggets often. Even sometimes I know my husband feel like I'm not listening, or I'm not hearing him. And then I'm like, babe, I'm taking it all in, because of the simple fact I know by me being a dreamer, God always connects that and he bring the whole piece together. Sometimes I'm just speechless and I can't say nothing. And then we can come back to the table and interact on that conversation, because I need to let it simmer in my spirit as well, what he just said. But I find it very important for women to hear what their men are saying.
That's right.
It is so important for the little thing. Like you said, even if it's nothing but football. I'm a Cowgirl fan, but of course they've been a disappointment. However, if he can support me in our down season, I most definitely can support him in their up season,
I'm gonna let you have that about the Cowboys. I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one. So, Nicole,
like she said,
hold on, baby. Nicole, Treva, Sherry, anybody besides William, because William's watching from YouTube. I need to know if Facebook, because we just went out again. If Facebook, if somebody can comment that you can hear and see us, other than William, because he's the only one I see on here from YouTube. I need a Facebook comment to know if we're still on there. Oh, it is. They just did it again. StreamYard, you was something else. Okay, thank you, Treva. We're good.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, Reese. Thank y'all so much. Thank you.
And I just want to comment on the part of being a Cowboys fan. So us Cowboy fans, being men, sometimes we need a hug. Just reach out and just hug us just because. Like you say, we might be standing in the kitchen in a daze. You like, what's wrong? Don't ask us. You know what's wrong. just come up behind us and give us a hug. We sit in the bed at night, just sitting there, mind gone. We're looking at the ceiling fan going around. Just cuddle with us.
I cannot.
It'll be all right.
Y'all give a shout out to Nicole. Coley Cole is in the building watching.
What's up, cousin?
Oh gosh. Okay, so I would like to comment. I took notes from all of y'all. I hate that King had to jump off too, but I just want to surmise what I heard y'all say, correct anything that I got wrong. Then I have one question to finish off this topic. Number one, you don't want to be taken for granted. You don't want to be treated like, when you're showing your vulnerability, that you're overreacting, that you're feminine. You get to the point where you will shut down if what you're saying is being rejected. You hate to be asked when you're taking a vulnerable moment to cry. What you crying for? You don't like to be taken advantage of. You don't like to have your words and your emotions thrown back up at you or used against you. Women don't know how to understand men's emotions. I think King said that one. Women take men for granted. Women need to learn how to appreciate. You said sweat the small things, but appreciate and sweat even the small things that you do. You don't like it when a woman questions your good and innocent gestures, because that'll make you stop doing them. We need to learn to listen. Sometimes you just want somebody to talk to and you want a safe space to do it in. You want the women to pay attention, to give you undivided attention, and then to appreciate when you do allow yourself to be vulnerable, to learn to appreciate those moments and tell you that we appreciate them. Out of everything I heard, I hear believe what y'all say and don't try to change it. But you got to listen to it to believe it. I know, and I'm not speaking for every queen, but I'm going to speak for quite a few of us. We have this thing. One of y'all said, you need to learn to appreciate the small gestures, sweat the small stuff. We'll take that as, so you mean to tell me if I ask for rose, I gotta wait. That ain't not what he said. Listen to what the man is saying. And we have this habit of changing or rewording what you meant to say. That's not what he said, and listen to that and process it, because you will get to the point what nothing. It's nothing. The other thing is I was in 2 conversations today, and these men were giving advice to women that literally asked them questions. Every answer that they gave, each woman turned right around and switched up the words. Oh, so what you saying is now, because what men really want, and one of them said, if you listen, I'm telling you. And that's the problem, ma'am. You're not listening. And I don't think we do that. I think we hear, and then we want to make ourselves feel better because we're offended by what you said. So I got to make me feel better. I got to give it back to you a different way. And that takes you completely off what a man is trying to pour out of his heart. I think we need to work on that. My question going out of this conversation is, okay, I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a second. My question going out is, has social media changed how you all are when it comes to being authentic, being vulnerable, or even giving gifts? Because now one of y'all said something about you can't give a rose, it got to be a room full of roses now. You can't give a balloon, it has to be a room full of them now. And that's because we see people post it, and I want what Sierra has. William did it for her. Why you can't do that? Do you feel like social media has kind of messed it up or changed how you all are when it comes to giving, or even just being open and vulnerable?
Yeah, yes. I do feel that way. And the reason that I feel that way is because social media is just a little bit realer than the soap operas.
Not much, but just a little bit.
It's just a little bit realer than Young and the Restless.
See,
And
who's going to the comment for me? See,
you would get caught up in it, and most of the people that's posting one thing, trust me, most of them are living another way at home.
Oh, facts.
So they standing in front of a Cadillac, but they driving a Volkswagen, and it's okay. There's no wrong with Volkswagen. But they taking a picture in front of a car that they test drove at the car dealership, but the car they got in their driveway is something totally different. So leading to answering your question, that'll give some women, thank God my wife ain't materialistic. She's not. She really is not. But that'll give some women the impression, you see what so-and-so bought his wife, he ain't bought that woman nothing. She took a picture in front of there because that's what you want.
Or James, to get that Maserati and it's sitting in the driveway and he can't afford to put gas in it.
He can't afford to put no gas in it. Or it's going to get repossessed because you got to choose between the car note and the house note. And I got to have
a situation like that right now. The lady went out and bought a Maserati and can't afford to drive. I was like, what does that mean?
Oh,
you think I'm gonna pay a car note over my house note? I got to have somewhere to live.
Oh, that was good. That was good. What do y'all want to hit that?
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it.
Okay, for us single women, why do so many men not consider counseling from failed relationships? It seems to be easier to be emotionally unavailable and shut down than to deal with that pain. How can we as women help you overcome? I'd like to hear my brother answer that one.
So, Reese,
first of all,
that was good.
Yeah, we don't need counseling because the other person was part of the problem. So if we can communicate with each other, why we got to go to counseling? If we sit and listen to each other, we can counsel each other.
Oh,
But
Right.
in my last relationship, when you always bad, 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 I don't need this. You ain't this, and you ain't. Why do I need counseling? Because I know what upset me and what went wrong in that relationship. I'm not that crazy. I don't need somebody to tell me I'm not going to be abused or verbally abused by somebody else. So,
Okay.
sweetie, let's talk about what we're gonna have for dinner. Well, let's do this. Okay, cool. You want to come in and help me cook? No,
Oh,
I'll rest. Okay, that's cool. I got it. So we getting along. What we need counseling for?
I think you kind of misunderstood her question a little bit.
Right.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
because Reese was like, "Look, I don't left the problem. I don't need counseling." I think what she was saying is for those men who come out of relationships that like were failed,
Right.
really
Right.
bad
Right.
dysfunctional relationships. They end up becoming emotionally unavailable. She said they shut down because they rather just not deal with the pain, and they're taking that into these new relationships.
Mhm.
So her question is how can we as women help you overcome if you're not wanting to go get counseling?
Ugh.
Go ahead, James.
I understand what she's asking, and I look at it this way. Number one, to the lady that put it up there, care. Number two, listen. Number three, be concerned. Be intentional. When you see that we are unavailable, create a space for me to come out of my unavailable shell so I can become more emotional available.
Yeah.
Care.
Mhm.
You may just listen to me with a concerned look on your face of compassion. You may just shed one tear. Care. If you care while I'm talking, if you care during my unavailability, guess what I'll do? I'll become more available. I'll become more emotional, vulnerable before you so that you can help me overcome.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Right, what he said.
High five, Reese. High five. Reese, chime in the comments if that helped, baby. If that helped. This brother say, hey, the problem is gone. I don't need no counsel. Let's go cook.
Social media said we thirsty not to.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh.
You need to go to the gym without thinking you about to be painted as a predator or someone's TikTok. Facts.
Oh, somebody, yeah. And she said that was good, y'all. Thank you. That was good.
And
Ooh.
I'm sorry for my first response, Miss Linton.
Sorry. You answered honestly. Think that
Yeah.
if the question were worded differently, I understood exactly where you were going. I understood. Because for some men, I don't need, look, I got rid of I got you. I got you. But I love that. Can we go in the kitchen, go cook together? I love that.
Oh yeah.
All righty. We may have time for just this last one.
So I saw this reel on Instagram, and the lady was explaining about transparency versus honesty in marriages. And so I wanted to bring it in more broader for our QT family about relationships. Do you know the difference between transparency and honesty, and which matters more in relationships? So first question, do you know the difference between transparency and honesty? And if you do, what is the difference? Anybody can go.
You can be honest, but I can be honest, but you cannot see through my honesty. And being transparent, you can see through my honesty and you can see it exactly for what it is, why I said it, and how I meant it. So I can be a dull honest, but I can be a bright and transparent where you can see all the way through what I'm saying.
Clearly. Clearly.
He say a dull honest,
Did you
okay?
hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Tasha.
What he said, but exactly what he said. It's I rather you be transparent with me because to me being transparent is honesty, but like you can see it more clearer. I can see the scars and the bruises when you're being transparent with me. I can feel your pain a little bit more than you just telling me a sob story, which is an honest story. But if I can see your pain of what you went through when you're telling the story, that'll make me able to feel you a little bit better. And I can understand it, so I can feel your emotions and we can ride that roller coaster together versus me just saying, well, girl, this happened to me ABC times and this, that, and other.
Right.
Girl, look, that man took me down the road. He did ABC to me. He stripped off all of my clothes. He beat me in the back of my head. You see the picture a little bit different than me saying that I have been hurt before. Then I done been abused with some pictures to show you.
Right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And so transparency, as you said, is like honesty, but you being pretty much forward with everything that you're saying.
Right.
Or detail oriented, yes.
Okay.
So, like for instance, the example the lady gave on the reel was, you going out with your boys. That's honesty. You are going out with your boys. Transparency is I'm going with my boys to a meeting about a business venture that we're going to think about, and his wife and his girl and his other friend going to be there. We're going to this place at this time. See how transparent I am? I'm giving you all the details. There's no questions. You have no questions about where I'm going, who I'm going with, who's going to be there, right? The environment I'm going in. So I'm more transparent. Make sense?
Yes. Now, because I'm thinking I'm giving you something you want to see instead of being honest.
Right.
I mean, you can see through it, but this not. Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, but really honestly, instead of me saying, "No, I'm." Yeah. Okay, I understand now.
It's like saying how your day was. It was alright. It's honest, but was it transparent?
It wasn't
So I
transparent.
should have said my day was awesome because I did this and I did that. We was able to go here and do these things.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. It's different levels to it, but it's the same. It's the same. I guess concept. So with this question, how important is transparency in relationships? But before you guys answer that question, how do you get from honesty to transparency? What is required for you to be transparent? Go ahead, Nikki.
I didn't get to answer the question.
Oh, sorry, Nick. Go ahead. Sorry, girl.
That's okay. Before I answer, I want to put these comments up. I need somebody from Facebook to chime in. We got knocked off 3 times while y'all were talking.
Oh, wow.
You can still lie in honesty. My cousin was saying exactly in facts. Hey, Chrissy, it's not showing me her on here, brother, but thank you for telling me. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome. Hold on one second. I got a Y. I think that means yes. We got some yes indeed, some come on now from earlier. Transparency is the details to honesty. Come on, Nicole. Transparency lets the other person know your motives clearly. I can be honest, but still hiding something. That part. And then Cherise said, I feel honesty is being truthful about facts, but transparency is digging deep to emotions.
Yes, I like that.
Right? All of your answers. I think for me, it's going to be, well, okay, still haven't heard from anybody on Facebook, so I don't know. So y'all, please chime in. I think that those answers are going to depend on the person and the person who's answering them, because everybody's answer, although they seem the same, they're a tad bit different. Transparency for me will be full disclosure and detail. Honesty would be, did it again, and nobody's okay. Net, if you or Sharice are still watching, can y'all say yes if you can hear and see us? I don't know why this show must be really good at helping people. Thank you, Sharice. Great. Perfect. Thank you so much. Because I has never done this many times. And it would be full truth. So I think transparency is full disclosure and details. And thank you, brother. Thank you, Sharice. And honesty would be full truth. Go ahead. You got a part 2 to the question?
Yes. How do you get from honesty to transparency in a relationship?
You get from honesty to transparency by the more you trust your partner in the relationship. The closer you all get, the tighter the bond is, the more transparent you can become. Because now you see you got somebody you can trust, somebody who's not going to judge you for your transparency, which compels you to be more open, more direct, more detailed, instead of just, how was your day? It was all right. But you get to know that person and see they actually got a heart to care. You know what? My day was screwed up at work. I got
Yeah.
people picking on me. The boss is being petty. This and that. Why? Because I trust the person I'm with, and we developed a close enough bond to where I can be more open and transparent. That's how you go from, yeah, it was a bad day, to a transparent day, it was screwed up, and this is why.
Right. I love that, James. Nicole said by trusting her. No, she changed it to trust for me. So for her, it's trust. I agree with you, James. How you act when I tell you something is going to determine if I go deeper in detail, right?
You gotta
So
know it.
if you ask me like I hate when someone says, "How are you doing?" but they really don't want to know. They really don't. It's a formality, right? Or they'll ask you, I can tell something wrong. What is it? And they're not listening.
Mhm.
I'm watching how you're acting. I'm watching your face. I'm watching your body language, and I'm watching your responses. That's going to determine where I shut it off, because I'm real good at cut it off. I'm not going to give you my heart like that, and you literally are not paying attention to it.
That's
So
right. That's
for
right.
me, it's going to be how you act and how you respond.
Right.
And once I can see like trust is being built, and there's certain level of safety trust that's different for me. That safety trust, I see I can be safe with you with my feelings and my vulnerability, and I'm not going to hear about it from nobody else. You're not going to throw it back up in my face later. When I see that I can trust you in a safe way, then that's going to determine that for me.
Right. Can I
Um,
say one more thing?
go ahead.
And one more thing I noticed too, if you don't remember what I said, it's because you wasn't listening.
That part. That part.
That part. That part.
Netta
That
said
part.
it's trust for her as well. She said, "Come on now, yes."
Yes.
William said, "In 25, can we just say, can we just say hi? Remove the how you doing if you don't mean it. Just
Right.
say." And then we got a couple more comments before we and Nicole said vulnerability. Somebody want to hit that one?
Honesty is that I can believe you without question. Transparency to me is I know you personally by your characteristics. Also, that I can tell when you're dishonest.
Mm,
Mhm.
mm.
So me being transparent and I didn't even know it, because usually I'll say, "Hey, I'm going to watch the game." But now, like Sunday, I said I'm going to watch the game with Freeman and John, and we're going to Kickback Jacks, and I should be back about 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
So she know where I am. She knows who I'm with,
That's right.
instead of
Yeah,
me just saying I'm going to the game.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yep,
Robert Harris said, I'm going to the moon. I'll be back.
Right.
yep. Tasha?
Yes, I'm big on the trust part. Just it's just like you said, building a relationship. When you first meet someone, you get to know them. You build that bond with them before you can actually. You don't just go to the table and just spill out all your business to them. Y'all may have some likes. Y'all, it may be some things you have in common with them. But later, as you see, well, hey, I got a real sister here, or I got a real brother here, then you can elaborate a little bit more on some of those commons that you all have together. I know, just for instance, example, like in the beginning, me and James got a lot of stories, right? And so, but in the beginning of our relationship, he may have shared stories of things that he went through. And I may have shared things, but it was later on in the relationship when we got down to the nitty gritty and we like, oh, wow. So that's how this happened. You
Right.
know, when we were able to be more transparent about the situation, not just telling each other that happened, we
Mhm.
was able to open up about it. And so that trust is a big thing because you don't want to just tell somebody your life story and then they write the book for you. No, I'm gonna write my own book about my own life. I'm not gonna give you that information to go out there and write the book for me because I'm gonna get my own coins on that, you know. And that's what people will do. They don't want to tell their story, so they'll take yours and sell it, you know, and then had a nerve to sell it for free. Can we? If you gonna tell it, let us get some profit off of this. So I'm just saying, but
give me my money.
give me my money.
Thank y'all so much. It sounds like trust. It takes a level of vulnerability on both parts for you to be a good listener. But also when you're listening, listen with care in your heart, right? Don't listen with judgment or condemnation. Vulnerability to be able to tell how you truly feel or tell the details of your life. That took a while for me. Pride was one of the things for me as well, for me to be honest, to transparent, because I was like, I can do what I want to do. I ain't gotta tell you everything. Why? Why? It's not that, you know? But now I'm learning that pride has to go out the door, because for us to have a better relationship, be it romantic, marriage, friendship, businessship, I need to be able to tell you how I truly feel so that you really understand who I am as a person. I love what you said, Tasha. I don't want you to write the story for me about who I am. Let me tell you who I am. If you're going to tell me who you are, let me tell you who I am so you don't assume and make the wrong decisions or make the wrong assumptions about me, because the assumption that you have about me most likely is wrong. So it takes time. That's another thing I wanted to make sure. It takes time to be transparent sometimes.
Take time.
You have to feel safe. You have to feel secure in the relationship, and you want to be seen. The only way you're able to be seen is if the person's paying attention to you and being attentive to you. And so thank you guys for answering and which matters more in a relationship. It sounds like transparency wins.
Transparency, yes.
It sounds like transparency wins. Go ahead.
Now that we know what it means, well, I know what it means.
Yeah.
Reese gonna be giving full disclosure going forward. I'm going to the game. It's gonna Chill, John, Robert, and Bobo.
Yeah, because I thought transparent. You remember when your grandma said, "Boy, I see right through you. I know you're lying."
That's
it.
For sure it does. Have you all enjoyed today's show?
Oh,
y'all enjoyed it?
It was awesome.
Thumbs up.
It was awesome.
Good.
Yes.
If y'all are not, please follow us on all social media platforms at the Queen's Takeover Podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have 3 more episodes before our 100th episode, and that is going to also be our winter break finale. And so we want you to make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because you can go over there and go get your good fix. When you miss us on Tuesday nights, you go watch all the episodes that you missed, or go back and watch some of your favorite ones. If you have not done so, please share this, tag somebody, or send this to them in their DM so they can leave comments, because we go back and we read the comments in the replay as well. We always love to talk about how we're going to grow this week. So let's start with who's in the corner. We're going to start with you. See, how will you grow this week?
How would I grow this week? I think I already started. Be accountable to the people that really care about me and my health going forward. And just be more accountable. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Only you can.
I think I wanted to say it a different way, but we're gonna leave it like that. Just be more accountable and be honest. Transparent. Look how that came back about me in the mud, huh? Yeah, that's how I grow this week.
Maurice, how will you grow this week, King?
I think to give and spend more time with the people that matters, and to show people that matters, how they appreciate it, because like you say, sometimes you don't know what people are going through, and sometimes we don't always express ourselves to others.
That's true.
And to be more transparent.
Yes, brother, it's over. He said, "Is it over?" We actually had 2 more topics, but we probably get off after 9 o'clock if we were to hit them. So I'm gonna let these good people go. Williams is going. Williams. Why I put an S on your first name? William is going to focus on turning his discipline into a desire. Shout out to the video that you put out. I don't know when you put it out. I saw it today though. But getting back in the gym and we're talking about basically starting over, or picking up where you left off. I love people's responses to you and your comments, William, that it's really a beautiful thing, especially when you realize, okay, I fell off in this area. Let me get back on track. Let me handle my business. So kudos to you. Oh, it froze up on your end. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's been doing some really wacky things tonight, but we are at the end. We're all talking about how we're going to grow this week. I think she was responding to my brother about being almost. You are so welcome. You are so very welcome, but keep going. So proud of you. You was giving some, you got served. You was giving it. Pump it up. So good after you. I am going to listen with intention more. Oh, I love that. That's how she's going to grow this week. I love that. All right. Tasha, how you growing this week, Queen?
I'm turning my creative thoughts back on. I'm a creative person, and I've noticed that lately that has kind of dwindled, and so I'm turning that creative mindset back on.
Oh, I love
Start
that.
making some things happen.
Amen. I love that. King James. It's the King James version.
I'm growing more in protecting my peace and applying more time to my self care.
To your what?
Self care.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
I
I gotta do more of that. Take care of me more and protect my peace better.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you to everybody that dropped there. How will they grow this week down in the chat? Doesn't look like any more are coming through, but y'all are welcome to keep dropping them even after the show leaves. Thank you to everyone that tuned in and who shared already. It was good to see some faces we haven't seen in a while. It was good to see some new faces on here. Thank you, Tasha, Sierra, and I want to thank you. We want to thank James, Maurice, and King. Y'all kicked it. We had such an amazing time.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
There were no wrong given.
There were none.
There were none, because your thoughts are your thoughts, period.
Right.
And
absolutely.
so much for saying yes and for joining us. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, you got any final words, boo?
Thank you guys so much. If you find your crown on the ground, don't kick it, don't spit on it, don't stomp it, pick it up, put it on your head, wear it proudly, stand tall. You are a child of God. He loves you, we love you, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Y'all have a great night.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I'll be finding time to give myself 6 hours of exercise. All right.
Do me. All right.
Do
All
me.
right now.
That part. Next, I'll be live. It will be a pre-recorded episode, but be sure to watch it. Y'all are going to laugh the entire episode. We had so much fun doing that one, so make sure you guys stay tuned and watch it. Mama Martha said, thank you, speakers. Awesome podcast.
God
and with
bless
that,
you.
you're
God
out.
bless you.
You all so much. Thank you.